sir. Cheers.
Oh shit.
Might help the drink.
I just poisoned yours, that's why.
I've been drinking a lot faster than you have.
It's true. I'm sorry. I've been doing the setup.
True.
You see all this?
True.
Remember what happened last time?
True.
Remember that that time that we
rub it in.
spoke for an hour. We spoke for an hour and
we recorded a few seconds of it.
first 10 seconds. No, actually we did record. It just kept going. Repeat, record, repeat, record. So we got the last 30 seconds.
We got the last 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
We got it all, but we erased a bunch of
See,
it.
now I gotta check to make sure I didn't pull a Jason Carter. Well, welcome back. This is podcast number 2.
What's up, guys?
What up? As you can see, we got some new equipment. I went a little crazy on Amazon Primeday. We talked about this before because we got a little out of sync on our last session. So we wanted to make sure that we were getting through one audio source, better mics, everything. So got some booms, got a new mic for Carter. And I've had these headphones. So, but basically I wanted to bring up Amazon Prime Day because of the fact when I talked to you about it, you didn't really know what it was or what the purpose for it was.
Right. Well, now I know because we talked a little bit about it. But at that time, I thought that Prime Day was for new users, people who had never used it before, and they had got some type of discount or something for 24 hours. But you let me know that anybody can shop on there, and there's all types of sales and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the whole promotion is to get people onto the Prime. So there's all these promotions that they'll send out for Prime users specifically. So if you sign up for Prime, you can activate these deals. And again, I think it's probably a marketing issue for them because you got 0 things on it, in terms of communication, etc.
Right.
Like did you see in your banner ads and things like that?
I don't think I saw it in my banner ads. I think I saw one email
Okay.
that mentioned Prime Day, but it didn't say this is what you can benefit from. It was
Got
just
it. Because at this point, I feel how do you not target? I get that I'm a target market. It's not like you're not the target market for Amazon. So
maybe you use Amazon a lot more than I do.
But see,
you probably do.
I definitely do because I return everything. But I definitely use it more. But in essence, they should be marketing to you more because I'm going to use that shit regardless.
True.
For me, I got it because I had this store card which gives you 5% back statement credit, and so they pushed it. They're like, oh, do you enjoy your 5%? These certain things are 20% back. So these booms, that mic, all got 20% store credit back. So that was super appealing to me, and that's really the only reason why we have upgraded podcast right now is because of Prime Day. But I think they're doing a really bad job about promoting that.
I mean, they could probably do better. If I had known that I could have saved something, I probably would have spent money on there on Prime Day. So, I mean, but I didn't know.
And this is the same thing that we were talking about on the last one with Amazon Prime Now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's 2 hours. It gets to you, and
I didn't know that.
There's a suggested tip of $5.
Nobody rolls with that. It's like when Uber, not Uber, but Lyft, they have the tip. And when I first started taking Lyft, I used to tip the people all the time.
And now never.
And then I never do it now anyway.
I only do it on business travel because the client's
really?
paying for it anyway. So I'm like, oh, you're good. Here's $5.
Well, for one, it adds up when you're taking a whole bunch of Lyft.
Yeah.
But when you talk to the drivers, they're like, oh, yeah, we love Lyft because we just get extra money. So when they started saying oh, it's extra money.
But they roll on that. That's they actually get banked from those tips.
Yeah, exactly.
If I was doing this rideshare, I don't think I'd do Uber.
Maybe not.
I'm pretty. I mean, I'd mind for lulls, but I feel
they say people the biggest for whatever reason I talk to Lyft and Uber drivers all the time, but they say that the people are nicer on Lyft. That's the main thing that they like about it.
The clientele, as in us.
The clientele, yeah.
Okay.
The clientele.
Well, I mean, if your CEO is a dickhead.
Well, yeah, they don't even mention much about the company culture or anything like that. They just say that the clientele is just a different type of vibe. So that's the main. And like I said, when I first started taking it, they would be like, yeah, we get nice tips. Now I don't really hear people saying that much anymore. So I'm thinking everybody must be like me. But yeah, I haven't taken Uber in forever, so I don't even know.
I mean, so the other thing that I think about for Uber, I think they were trying to cut costs on, like everywhere, so they made their own maps. Like, why would you make your own maps? Like, I feel like Uber driver. Have your Uber drivers complained about the maps?
They haven't complained about the maps, but they complain that depending on what city they're in, like the fares are so low that they can barely make any money. So they complained about that.
I heard about that in Atlanta, but the thing that for me is like, people in Atlanta, they would just like loop around me because they couldn't find my hotel. Even though it's like one of the biggest hotels in the thing, but it's because they were using their own maps and not like going off of Google Maps.
Oh, they were trying to use, well, that's my biggest complaint about Lyft or Uber, I guess, is not half the time, but a significant amount of time, the driver does not know where they're going at all. And like, I'm sure it happens in other cities, but in Boston, if like you miss one exit or something, you might go 15 minutes out the way. So, I mean, and it's clear, that they don't know where they're going. So you try to direct them or whatever, but maybe there's room in the market for like a tenured driver or something like that. Like, like you do line, and this is Lyft, you do line, you do Lyft, you do plus or whatever. Maybe there's room for like, hey, I need to get there on time or whatever. Like, this guy has 5 stars. You can't search and you can't match with a 5-star person if you want one, right?
No. I mean, I think for like the plus, like the Luxes, I think they have a different. So like you could pay more for a Lux, but I think that you pay more for a Lux.
Right, but the Lux is just the type of car. It's not like the quality of the driver.
I think the drivers actually are different too.
Oh, really?
The rating system is different. Like you have to have like a certain amount of rides. You have to have a certain car. You have to have a certain rating. And like 0 flags or something like that.
Gotcha. Oh, maybe they could add something. Maybe it's too much, but they could add something with, hey, you got to have, I don't know what the number, 100, 200 rides to be a experienced driver or something. I don't know. My only complaint with Lyft, but
I mean, so I used to think like, oh, maybe there's still a purpose for these cab drivers that are cab drivers and not rideshare drivers. But then every time I come to the hotel or from the airport and come out to Boston, there's all these drivers that take the wrong route, even though I tell them where to go, or they don't know where the hell they're going. I'm like, dude, like the
cab drivers?
Yeah. I'm like, the only benefit to you is that 1, you're already here, and 2, that you should know the city better than the rest of these Lyft drivers. So if I tell you take 93, take 93. Don't take whatever circuitous route that I didn't ask for.
So you still catch the cab from the airport?
Oh yeah.
But there's
There is, but like at that point in the day or night, I just want to get home, and that cab's just there.
Gotcha.
So I'm just like, screw it.
But don't they have the Lyft like port or whatever? Or
they do, but you still have to call it, and then you
still
go
have
there,
to call it, and then
wait 5 minutes or whatever.
Gotcha. So you just want to move.
I just want to move. I want to get home at that point, and I'm not paying for it. If I was paying for it, I would definitely go there.
That's what.
Yeah, but I'm like, clients go pay.
There's no market force pushing you. So
yeah, there's nothing.
Wait, so they still go the wrong way?
Oh, they go the wrong way all the time, or they don't know where they're going. I was like, hey, can you go to Mass Ave? And they were like, oh, do you want to go to Fenway or Back Bay? I was like, wait. Does Mass Ave go to Fenway? No. That's Com Ave. That's the other one.
Well, I hate cabs, so not hate them, but I mean, you remember what it was like when I first moved here, man. Trying to get a cab.
Well, before the rideshare stuff, we'd suffer. All that suffer.
Yeah, thank God. I mean,
and the worst part is like if you were with a girl, and then you just forget you'd give up your jacket, and you'd be like, yeah, it's totally cool.
Yeah, waiting for a cab in Boston winters is not fun, and
especially during like special holidays, like what do you call it, Halloween or something like that.
Oh yeah, and they and they just pass you by and they ask you like, where are you going? Like, and then they'll just
and if it's not going the way that they want, they're like, hey, bye.
Yeah, so thank God for Uber and Lyft.
Yeah, so I'm grateful, but doesn't mean you can't still improve.
Most definitely, they can do a little better.
But apparently, whose game hasn't changed in years is O.J. Simpson.
Oh man,
still relevant, still kicking.
Yeah, so I think this is a good question. That's a great segue into it. His game hasn't changed, but my question is, why are people still interested in O.J. Simpson? Like, I looked I looked. No, I just. I don't know. I was on Facebook or something, and maybe we should wait a second.
Maybe I could take down the gain a little bit.
I don't know.
Let me try to take the gain down a bit. Whoop. You still hear it?
No, it's better now. You can hear it a little bit.
You want me to turn it down a little bit more?
Will you be able to hear us though?
Yeah, you said speak up a little bit more. And I can always do it in post. Sorry about that.
No problem. So, whose game hasn't changed is O.J. Simpson. I find that funny because, all right, so I was, first things first,
I'm the realist.
O.J. was mentioned in Jay-Z's new album, in the story of O.J., which I think is a controversial song. I don't know if it's a controversial song. It's just a song, right? And it mentions O.J. But I didn't think anything of it. Then, like a month later, or however long this has been, I'm scrolling through Facebook. And I see like a live teleconference of OJ in a courtroom. And it's funny. So then I see, like comments like, you guys shouldn't be worried about OJ and all this type of stuff. So I knew something must be going on. Found out he's up for parole or whatever. But it's funny because you say his game hasn't changed. I think one of the reasons. So the question we were going to ask is why are people still interested in OJ?
Yeah.
And for me, that also begs the question: why do people hate OJ so much? Well, there's probably a lot of reasons, but I think one of the ones is like the way he acts. Like even in this parole hearing, like he's cracking jokes, like he's smiling, like he's talking about his family, like. He's just so smooth.
Yeah.
I think it's nerve-wracking, like, especially with his history, and the guy can still be so charismatic.
Yeah.
At 70 years old, in jail, been through so much.
Well, I mean, I think you could be charismatic if you just like giving up on everything. Like, who gives a like? He's probably like. He's literally probably
I don't think he's giving up.
No.
I feel like he's like, I'm still the man. I'm still OJ.
I mean, I get it, but it's also the fact that like, you've been out of it.
I'm not black. I'm OJ. I'm not in jail. I'm OJ.
I get it, but it's like I feel like he's just like at that point where it's like nothing I do can be worse. So it's like I can only get better from here.
I would agree with you if he hadn't been like that his whole life.
True.
Like whether it's on TV, in his previous trial, like nothing seems to faze him. Nothing. And I think it's that arrogance that people, I guess you could call it arrogance, maybe confidence, maybe he's delusional in a sense in his own world, like that it irks people. But the thing that I thought, and I'll let you answer, like, why do you think he's still relevant? I just think that somebody like him, from his football career and high school and college and NFL and acting, and then the whole trial, the murder trial, and now this, and I expect he's going to be famous when he comes out. I think some people are just meant to be on that stage. His life has been a show.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think that he's gonna make any. Like, I think he'll definitely make money off interviews and stuff. But I don't think he's gonna become like a revamped celebrity.
You don't think he's gonna have his own talk show or something?
Nah,
like
dude. Because once you get accused of killing that white woman,
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. Look what we're talking about. This man right now,
dude.
Like,
The reason
he's gonna be popular.
The reason
like,
why is he killed a white woman. He got away with it, and he had one of the most famous lawyer duos ever.
That is true. That is true.
And that's the reason why. And the only other reason why he was relevant up until that point is because he was crazy enough to try to steal his Heisman Trophy back.
So you're saying you don't think he's going to be relevant?
I mean, I think he'll be relevant for a couple more years because there's just going to be a shock factor of him coming out. There'll be interviews with him. There'll probably be a ton of stand-up regarding him. But I don't think that, no one's going to really care about him on TV. You think he's going to get on a show?
No, I'm not saying all that, but I'm just saying, like,
He's not going to be an analyst for the NFL.
No, I don't think any mainstream media is gonna. But knowing him, he might do something strange. Like who
Start a podcast.
who would think who would think he was gonna try to steal his stuff back? That was strange.
Yeah,
like,
but
now with podcasts, with all that, like literally he'll hop on any show. It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't have to be on ABC, ESPN.
But the thing is that so the shock factor, I get it. Shock factor works for young people. So you can be young and dumb and be shockful. But if you're old as shit, man, I don't feel like that you lose relevance. Like think about like the Kardashian person,
right?
The dad, he got old. He was no longer an Olympian. He had to change.
Yeah, but he was way more boring than OJ.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's also a fact that like he's also an athlete. But I'm trying to think of if you were not doing cool shit when you're old, what person stayed relevant when they were 80? Like Morgan Freeman does because he has an awesome face, or he has an awesome voice, and like all these other people are just because they did stuff.
Well, I mean, look, I don't know how famous he's gonna be, or I don't know. I don't even know if that's what he wants. I just think it's interesting. Like the dude is 70 years old. He's literally in jail, and he was on like, I think CNN or something, like his parole hearing.
Of course.
I mean, are we that dumb? Like, why do we care?
Because we like the shock stuff, but like again, once he gets like reacclimated into society, he's not gonna have anything.
Okay, so over under that he does something else crazy.
No, over for sure. Like he's definitely gonna do something crazy.
Oh, so you think so?
But I'm not sure. Like it's not gonna be profitable for him.
Right.
His celebrity will not be profitable.
Do you think he's still worried about
what is he gonna do
money?
when he comes back out? He definitely is wondering about how to get money.
I don't think so. I think he's fine. And Florida has the homestead. Like you got your house. They can never take it from you. He could always write another book. He could always hop on. I mean, I'm sure he could get paid for interviews and speaking engagements and.
For sure.
I don't know.
I feel like that. Like again, if you're in that spotlight, you're always gonna try to get that spotlight. You don't know anything else.
The spotlight might be more important to him than the money.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I'm gonna tell. Like, remember when, like, Ocho Cinco and Chad Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they technically were around more. And
what do you mean?
Like, they were free men longer. Like, they were big personalities.
Right.
And they had productive careers.
Right.
But they were struggling to stay relevant even at a young age, even through all the controversies that they went through. The reason why OJ's really staying relevant is because his action was really heinous. It wasn't just being a cocky dude that, you know, had some kids. He was in a really high-profile murder case.
Right.
So
but I think I guess what I'm saying is the way he handled himself during the case contributed to how relevant he still is, or it gave people an emotional reaction.
I mean, I think it's just because of the heinousness of the...
You think so?
Yeah, dude.
No, wait. Before you keep going, there's Lawrence Phillips is in jail right now. He's a football player in jail right now for killing somebody. There's been multiple football players who went to jail or...
See, but even with that, I don't know who that dude is.
Of course, but you're saying because of the heinousness of the crime.
No, but the thing is, he
relevant. Also
had a celebrity behind him. Like, I didn't know that guy, and I do watch football. So like a normal mainstream person was not. So that his trial was the most high profile murder case of the 90s.
Well, he was also more than a football player because he was an actor.
Yeah, but I'm saying that his case was the most high profile case. It had Johnny Cochran in it.
Yes, but look.
I want to check it. Continue.
What I'm saying is I disagree with you on the heinousness of the crime is the reason why people are interested. Are you not I feel like you're forgetting how he got arrested. He was riding the Bronco down the highway for like 30 minutes going like normal speeds talking on a cell phone. Everything the dude does is a show. So that's what I'm saying. Like unfortunately there's been many people who have killed and or done many other heinous crimes and have not had that celebrity behind it.
And the celebrity matters, but I think
even his swag in the courtroom, like he's got one of the most famous lines.
That was Johnny Cochran though.
Oh yeah, but then like when he was like trying to put the glove on and it wasn't going on, like this dude knows how to put on a show.
But
like,
that was Johnny Cochran.
No, OJ tried to put the glove on
Because Johnny Cochran concocted that.
So you're
story.
saying, I don't think you're giving him credit, man.
I'm
You
not-
haven't
I'm
watched.
not-
You haven't watched. You got to watch OJ. In
I mean, I
action,
get
man.
that, but I'm saying that
You gotta
like
watch him in action.
as a lawyer, Johnny Cochran was pretty genius. Like,
Of course.
but the thing is, he like him and the him and what's the dude's name?
I can't.
slipping my brain.
I can't remember the other
Jenner.
lawyer. Jenner? No, you're talking. Bruce Jenner is the.
Oh, sorry, no, the Kardashian. Sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot his name though. But yeah, they were like a duo that was able to like spin the story differently, create this whole doubt of it. But like the lines and all that stuff, that was like Cochran's thing. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit. I'm sorry, that's not OJ thing. That's Cochran all the way.
Yeah, but that's like giving credit to the writer versus giving credit to the actor.
You should be giving more credit to the writer.
No.
Absolutely.
No, I mean I think you should give credit to the writer, but certain actors know how to put it on.
That's like saying that like, hey,
So you're saying that anybody could, if it's a play or a movie is well written, anybody could do it and it'd be.
no, I'm not saying
just
that.
as
I'm saying that the reason that the writing works is because that's the reason it should be. Like that's the reason Kendrick's such a great artist, because he does his own thing. Like Eminem wouldn't fuck.
No, you're mixing genres because Kendrick or any rapper is also the actor. They're also delivering it.
Exactly, they're delivering it, but they're also doing the writing.
Okay.
But like when I'm looking at this other stuff, like people can write a better verse and they might be able to deliver it, but the only reason they can deliver that verse is because that writing is so solid.
Yeah, but
Like Drake's flow was really, really good before when he had Ghost Rider,
how do we get on Drake and Ghost Riders?
because he had one. And he's an artist that delivers things but has writers.
So say he had Ghost Riders because he's good at delivery. That's my point. Like that's one of the reasons that makes him Drake, or just like Robert De Niro or
Yeah, but I'm
Denzel
saying that, like-
Washington. Like
But I mean, I think that I'm saying that I think the writers should get more credit than they do.
they can get credit, and I'm giving Johnny Cochran credit for coming up with whatever he came up with. But OJ's presence
But who
can't be denied.
But who do you think made the decision that he would do that? Like, it's not like OJ was like, "Yo, put me up there,
I think
put me in there, coach."
No, I think I saw, and I don't remember all of it, so I don't want to speak in stuff that I don't know. But I want to say, on one of these documentaries, I saw OJ had a lot to do with his defense. Like, I want to do this. I know I can play to these people this way. I know if I look at them like this, I know. You got to remember, he's been in the camera since he was a minimum a teenager. Like, he's used to doing interviews. He's been on commercials. This is what he does. Like I'm saying, if you probably haven't seen, go watch this this parole hearing. Like, it's like he's got everybody like putty in his hands. Like, he's putting on a show.
Man, I mean, some of that I feel like is contributed to being old, because old people got.
He's been like this his whole life.
I get it, but I'm saying that like, sorry, like
Whatever,
being old also helps. Like
Whatever.
I'm not sure you've seen this interview, but on the low, Morgan Freeman loves hitting on the interview chicks. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. But he gets away with it. But you know who would not get away with it? Young person.
Or Bill Cosby.
Well, Bill Cosby raped people.
Wait.
And he was younger back
We
then.
cannot convict people on the court of this podcast who have not been convicted in the United States court system. So it's alleged that he did some things like that. But my point is, it's all
84
relative.
times.
It's all relative. Like, some old people get away with stuff. But I did see some stand-up that said,
Was it Chappelle?
I don't know what it was,
I'm pretty
but
sure it's
it's just
Chappelle.
basically like, no, not for Bill Cosby, but like after you get to a certain point, what was creepy as a man, like your whole life, it just becomes okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I guess that's a happy period in any man's life where you can be kind of creepy, and I guess it's cute.
Yeah.
So there is some of that, but OJ doesn't get that pass. I don't think OJ gets that. People hate OJ
Because he murdered a white girl. It was like all over the news. Like
It
Ray,
was all over
like what do you call it? Like Ray Lewis might have murdered a man, but he was not white. and it wasn't as publicly spurred.
Hey, you're saying it, not me. I don't know.
I don't know.
But you just disproved your previous point, because Ray Lewis, another person who had a heinous crime and is beloved.
Not a white girl, though.
I mean, yeah, so obviously that's part of it. But
And she was famous, wasn't she?
I don't know. No, not really. I don't think.
I'm pretty sure she was famous.
She
She had her own celebrity around her.
Yeah, I don't know. That whole Hollywood life. But yeah, I think that's part of it. But I think where we disagree is, obviously, I think
you know more about OJ, so I understand.
Yeah.
So I get where my discrepancies are.
Where we disagree is, I think his personality has a lot to do with it as well. So yeah, that's OJ, and I'm sure we'll be hearing more and more about him. You think he'll go to a Jay-Z concert?
I feel like he has to. He's in the song.
See, and that's gonna be on the news.
I don't think he's gonna be on stage though.
He might meet Jay-Z.
Are you serious?
Why not?
Beyonce's gonna allow that?
Why wouldn't she?
Because she's like this. She's the spokesperson for all women in the world.
What does that have to do with OJ though? And
because he allegedly killed a woman.
Oh my god! All right, next topic. What's next?
Next topic is, I don't know if we want to go again.
Do we have to change the camera?
I can check it. Oh, it's championing. It's being a champ.
Really?
We're at 27 minutes. What do you call it? I mean, I don't know if you want to go. I don't know if you want to continue along this travesty of Hollywood and talk about things that are still relevant, even though they shouldn't be.
Oh, I mean, I want to talk about it. I think it's dumb, so I don't want to get too gossipy, but like R. Kelly, another guy who's relevant
still
25 years later or whatever, and for the exact same stuff he was doing years ago.
Do you think he has a personality?
Do I think he has a personality?
Yeah. Or does he just have a really big bladder?
I mean, I think he's R. Kelly, which is good enough for.
But is it the songs or is it the personality?
I'm sure it's probably both.
Gotcha. But
I'm sure it's probably
like these girls
you don't just. I mean, you got to have some game to get girls to let you piss on them. Like, I'm sorry,
dude. But the thing is, these girls are still like these are young girls, right? Still to this day, people still listen to R. Kelly at that.
R. Kelly is the Pied Piper, man.
Oh, I get it.
He's the Pied Piper, dude.
He's the Pied Piper.
He's got the hits,
dude. But people don't know about like.
People know, man.
But like people, I feel like people don't know about like '90s, like the Today group of kids. I feel like they don't know the '90s.
I think. I mean, I don't know because I'm not 18 or whatever, but I'm sure their parents listen to it, and I'm sure. You know, just like when we were growing up, you hear that old school stuff, or especially if you like music, you want to be up on like what was hot back in the day.
I have this theory that his songs are all actually just brainwashing
to little girls.
To little girls.
I mean,
I was just trying to think about this with friends in DC, but like literally, like my mind's telling me no, but my body. That's fucked up.
I mean, that's not just brainwashing for little girls. That's brainwashing for like everybody.
That's true. Like people have this emotional connection to his songs.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, but he made that one song.
Dude, he's the Pied Piper. He didn't make just that one. He made
I'm saying
many.
That, like,
no, I know.
People have connections
like,
to his song.
What he sings about, it's real. Like, you can connect no matter what race, religion, age. You can feel some of the stuff that he's saying. Like, he sings about love. He sings about sex. He sings about God. He sings about everything. So, like, yes, he's a personality that's always going to be popular, and it just so happens that he likes young women.
All the time.
And, yeah, they like him, too, obviously.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Like, if it was, like, Usher, I'd be like, okay. But, like, R. Kelly?
Well, they said...
He made a hip-opera.
Speaking of Usher, they said he's getting in trouble because he gave herpes to some chick.
Some young chick?
I don't know how old she was. But yeah, all the stars are falling. Like, but yeah, man, these girls, man, of course they're gonna love R. Kelly, dude. Dude, it's like I don't even know what they call it, like the star complex. Yeah, man. You go to a concert. There's hundreds of thousands, or not hundreds of thousands, but whatever, thousands of people, like worshiping him. Basically, he calls you backstage. Like you're like, oh my God, you've never experienced a dude with money, and probably never like money like that. You never been on the road. They giving you whatever you want, like. You know, we don't know the background these women came from. We don't know their goals and ambitions. Like,
this is making me interested. Oh shit!
What?
Okay, I was gonna be like, when's the last time he went on tour? But apparently he has a tour date still. Okay.
R. Kelly, yeah, you're not giving credit to the greats, man.
I mean, it's just like I haven't heard of it like in my town. Like I haven't heard of an R. Kelly song, Kelly venue in like Boston in a while or New York.
I don't know.
But if you go to Virginia Beach, if you go to Baltimore, if you go to White Plains, New York, upstate New York, you can see him before he goes to jail.
He's not going to jail.
He's not going to go to jail. That's the problem.
That's the thing. Like, that's another thing. Why are we talking about this? What two consenting adults by our law are doing in their bedroom? Like,
that's because he's doing it with a bunch of girls in a cage. Not a cage, but in a facility.
There's probably a cage
in a facility.
Involved.
Yeah, it's in a facility.
There's probably a cage involved.
There's definitely pee involved. I'm not sure if that is.
Listen, man.
But he's gonna stay relevant.
As long as they're adults, as long as they're consenting, I don't have a problem with it. I'm gonna be honest. Like, if that's what they want to do, they're grown. They can make their decisions.
Are they grown?
Yes, if they're 18.
Are they 18?
Yeah, they said so. I don't know. If they're 17, then I guess it's illegal. I don't know.
I just feel like if I was to get into a pact with someone, I feel like I would need to know them for, more than a few times for them to be like, yeah, just piss on my face.
I don't know. Maybe you're not open-minded like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you meet the right girl. You might be like, yeah. You just haven't met the right one yet. Who's your favorite singer?
What?
Who's your favorite singer?
It's a dude.
No. Okay. Who's your favorite female singer?
Recently? I'm trying to even think.
Just of all time. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I like Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys.
She's not pissing on my face.
Yeah,
she also fucks around with, what's his face?
Swiss Beats.
Yeah.
Well, she's married to Swiss Beats and has a kid by. Yeah, I can't see Alicia pissing in somebody's face. No. We got to think of somebody crazy. Maybe like Rihanna or something. Nah, not your thing.
I'm not down with that Rihanna. I used to when she was on that Unfaithful thing, when she had long hair, or even the album after that. When she started like the post Chris Brown Rihanna, shit.
Well, my point is, I'm sure we could find somebody
that I would let them piss on my face,
who you would let do things that you probably didn't think you would let do.
See that, but you have to define that latter part of it.
Yeah, that's a wide scope. But
so I got this horse, and you're my boyfriend. Like nothing in the world would ever allow that. I don't care how hot you are.
Okay, so you have some dignity and some self-respect. Some people don't. I mean, it's the truth. It's the truth. Some people don't. They want to be next to R. Kelly. Hey, whatever you want to do. Maybe they like it. Who knows? I don't know. But who am I? If they're grown.
Wait, what city is he based out of?
I think he lives in Chicago. I think so.
Oh, because it's cold there, so maybe they just need that warmth.
Yeah, you never know.
Okay.
But who am I to hate on if they want to get?
Because if it's Atlanta, I'd be like.
But I didn't read the article this time. Was he actually peeing on people, or was it?
No, I mean they're just bringing that up. They had a sex cult, which is like
what is a sex cult?
Multiple individuals that are younger doing. I don't know how to say sexually expressive things.
Okay.
With things. I don't know. What I see in my head is just like 50 Shades of Grey shit.
Right.
With people that
are tied up and all that stuff.
And younger people.
Well, why? That's not a cult.
It is if it's like. Because
they're saying like he brainwashed them or something.
Yeah. So it is a cult if it's like every morning ritual guys. Rituals.
That's a thin line, man. That's a thin line. Some people probably have sex every morning. That's their ritual.
That's true. But we don't know what's happening.
He's polygamous, right? Or yeah, like he got multiple women. Like
yeah, but the thing is that the issue is
people
that
have done it before.
the issue is that they're not like a diverse set of women, or it's like they're just like young people. I get it. They're 18. Blah,
That's
blah,
what
blah.
he likes. I mean,
I don't give a fuck, dude.
they're 18.
That's true.
That's like okay. So what if they were 25? That would be okay.
No, but the thing is,
They wouldn't.
what?
It wouldn't be okay if they were 25.
I don't think
That's like, oh, R. Kelly likes young women. What if they were 30? That's still young. Oh, like R. Kelly likes young women. He's like 50 something.
I'm sorry. Like I get it. 18 is the illegal.
I'm not
age.
saying it's.
Like mentally, you're not
It is
an adult.
creepy. It is creepy.
Mentally, you're not an adult.
So you're arguing against the legal age limit.
No,
so
I'm
that's
not.
a whole different.
No, the thing is, it's different when there's someone that's a star that takes advantage of that naivety.
So the law should be different because he's got more power.
The law should be different because he's older.
I don't know. The law can't be different for everybody.
It's not different for everyone. I just think that you need to have a little bit of like moral ground to look at.
Now, morally, is he right? I think we would all probably say no. But legally, like yeah, no one should abuse their power. Like that's
like I'm just
we're
thinking
not-
like again like
he's powerful. He's like a superhero, the Pied Piper, man.
these fucking girls shouldn't even know who the fuck he is.
You're just mad that they know who he, and this could be somebody's daughter. Like
Exactly, that's the whole thing. It's like if that was my daughter, I would freaking murder this cat right now. He would have no pied to his piper.
Yeah,
I'll piss on his grave.
Yeah, it would be weird for me to date a girl that's 18, let alone
Exactly,
R. Kelly.
dude. That's a thing. He's fucking like so old, and then he's
But they love him. They love them some Kels.
oh my god.
Stepping in the name of love.
Step in the name of P. P in the name of love.
Well,
I just like because I'm only thinking that like that's when he was younger. He's obviously ruminated over this a little bit. Has his taste evolved,
obviously not. Obviously, he's not.
or
trying to change.
has his taste devolved, and it's even more crazy?
Do you expect him to start? If he liked 15-year-olds when he was like 30, 40, do you expect him to like 40-year-old women now?
No, but I do think that it should be like, yo, dude, what the fuck, bro?
I mean, yeah, you try telling him that. If the court can't get him to do it, then I don't think public opinion is.
We need to move topics. This is making me very uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're mad at Kels. I
didn't
tell.
even want to bring this up, dude. I like his music a lot, and my dad.
You're mad because you like him.
Yes.
This is getting back into the. This is honestly, and I'm not saying this as a positive thing necessarily, but this is one of the beauties / ironies of life. I think, to get a little deep, like these individuals, men or women, create some of the most amazing things we've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's music or movies or sports or whatever, and then they do some of the most horrifying things as well. So, I think the camera just shut off.
I mean, that's what I was doing.
Oh.
It was off for a while.
Oh, okay. So it's ironic because can you love what they've done or what they've produced, what they've given the world, but hate equally disgusting actions that they've done? And then how do you balance that within one person?
I mean, it's like it's weird because again, like you said, there's ties to like past memories, right? Like I think R. Kelly was the artist that made my dad give R&B and rap a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Like he didn't really understand the whole musicality until he heard like some of his songs, and I was like, okay, that's cool. And I think that
it hurts.
No, it doesn't hurt. It's just like, yo, I don't like I support the music but I don't support what he does with it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like a lot of people have this same issue with like Michael Jackson, like especially people that are like really young and saw him progress. Like there's a sad story behind there, but like it's hard not to like him for all of these stuff that he's done through music and all that things. But then obviously there's all the other darkness behind it.
right. I mean, I think there's so many areas in life where this happens, and you know, part of getting older, because like you mentioned, when you were a kid or whatever, when you're a child, I guess that being naive makes you just see the good, right?
Yeah.
And as we get older, we can't avoid the bad. Like we don't want to. Like nobody wanted to believe like R. Kelly was having sex with 15-year-olds. Like let's be honest, even now we don't want to be like, it just makes you cringe. But over time it just keeps hitting you in the face, and you have to deal with it some type of way.
So I have a question now. This makes me bring up, as we keep going down this rabbit hole. So when it comes to like, what's his face? Bill Cosby and Tiger. I feel like when those things came up, people were really like, they didn't really care. Or they were ready to just throw them under the bus. They're like, oh, that happened, fuck you. Like, it wasn't the same of like, let me just make this keep coming back and coming back. Like, Tiger Woods just took it over and over again, like, until his fame kind of dwindled. And then, you know, everyone was like on board with the whole Bill Cosby stuff. They're like, oh, he did that? That's messed up.
Right.
Screw Bill Cosby. There was no like, oh my God, but I grew up with blah, blah, blah. They did say those things, but then they just immediately ousted him. While people will, you know, bring up doubt with OJ and, well, not necessarily with OJ, but with like R. Kelly.
I don't know if people bring up doubt with R. Kelly though.
But they give some sort of leniency because of.
Well,
I just felt like it was way harsher on like Bill Cosby and Tiger when the
allegations and stuff came out.
Yeah, like it fell on them hard and fast, versus other things.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's. I'm thinking about it as you mentioned that. I guess the only thing I could probably say is that Bill Cosby and Tiger Woods had pristine images before, and that creates that puts people on a pedestal that people can't wait to tear down. Whereas R. Kelly was just the Pied Piper. You know what I mean?
You knew that he was already.
Well, you didn't know what he was doing, I don't think, but he wasn't. I mean, Bill Cosby was Dr. Huxtable.
Yeah.
And Tiger was, he could do no wrong. He was Tiger Woods. Mm-hmm. And I think for Tiger's case, that, you know, a lot was his own doing in terms of, I guess all of them was their own doing. But I think maybe that's why people judged them even harsher, because they created an image that was, above, the average individual, where I think the Pied Piper was talking to the average man or whatever. So I don't know. I think you see some of that.